Hello everyone, in this video we should discuss source analytics. That is, how analytics can be applied to procurement, sourcing, and ordering. The key performance indicators here are purchasing cost, quality or defects, delivery in terms of lead time and on-time performance. Sometimes flexibility and security of the suppliers are also important. The objective is to maximize the value and minimize the risk of supplies. Typical problems include strategic sourcing by spend analysis, supplier performance management, and order management. Let's first talk about strategic sourcing by spend analysis. A typical firm may purchase millions of dollars of goods from thousands of suppliers. The firm must know where the money is spent, by how much, and with whom, in order to control its cost and risk. Meanwhile, new suppliers, products, and technologies become available from time to time, which requires a frequent update of the supply base. Spend analysis, a type of supply chain analytics, can identify opportunities for cost saving and risk reduction. As an example, let me review a project with a leading automobile manufacturer from India. The data from April 2013 to January 2014 shows that they placed about 60,000 purchase orders on 417 categories of materials worth $173 million from 878 suppliers. We looked into the items purchased, the amount spent, and the suppliers to identify opportunities to restructure the supply base for cost and risk reduction. The figure on the right shows the top 10 categories of materials purchased. Spend analysis can provide important and real-time information of the total spend by factory or facility, by material category, by the type of contract, by vendor, and also over time in terms of the dollar value and the percentage. Plotting the categories on a two-dimensional graph with the number of suppliers as the x-axis and year-to-date spend as the y-axis. We can see that on the upper left corner, we have a few big bubbles representing the categories with a high spend but few suppliers, indicating the urgent needs to diversify these categories among more suppliers to reduce risk. On the lower right corner, we find categories with a lower spend but many suppliers. These are commodity items that we can consolidate the purchases from fewer suppliers to save cost. Using analytics, we can track suppliers' performance over time by monitoring their chance of bankruptcy, which affects our business continuity. We can also monitor the percentage of purchases compliant with the contract to control cost and compliance risk. It is important to detect the month-to-month spend trend. For example, a sudden surge on spend might indicate a problem in the supply chain and needs to be scrutinized. Finally, we can monitor quarter-to-quarter supplier performance scores to ensure that the suppliers have a constant good performance. This leads to the important problem of supplier performance management, where the pain points and the contracts, compliance issues, supplier bankruptcy risk, inconsistent supplier performance over time, and non-contracted maverick spending going unnoticed. Analytics can help monitoring and tracking these abnormalities and provide early signals before the company runs into troubles. Let's look at how the M&W company was managing the performance of its suppliers globally. M&W is a major furniture distributor in the United States for both home and office use. Annual sales is about $1 billion. And the U.S. furniture industry as a whole has about $65 billion in revenue in 2017. The company sources 6 main categories and more than 10,000 SKUs globally from 65 plus suppliers from China, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Turkey to reduce cost and improve gross margin. However, global sourcing represents many challenges in controlling cost, quality, and lead time. Specifically, currency exchange rate may be uncertain. Quality and defects rates can be unstable. Lead time can be very long. For example, 68 days from China, which results in a significant inventory. And supplier's performance can vary significantly over time. Close monitoring of suppliers' performance and following up actions are critical to ensure smooth and high-quality supplies. This figure shows that such efforts are paying off. Sales in 2017 increased for most items relative to 2016, but the defect rates actually decreased for most items. With continuing efforts, the firm is aiming to reduce the lead time of 70% of the products by 20%, the operating cost as a percentage of the sales by 6%, and improve supplier on-time delivery to be greater than 85%.